Okay. Good morning, everyone. And the Redevelopment Agency meeting of August 7th, 2013 is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV, Cable Channel 2, and are closed captioned for hearing impaired viewers. Please note some customers of Cox Communication who do not have a cable box may view this meeting on digital channel 89.5. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the city's website, www.kclv.tv. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2, excuse me, and the web. No, I inhaled. I'm sorry. One should not breathe when one is in this room. Thank you. No, I'm okay. And the web, the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m., also on Friday 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 1 p.m. This building is protected by state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exit back of the chambers out to the mezzanine, proceed out the double doors, terrace, and down the back staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with our marshal or fire official for assistance. Once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First Street. Employees wearing safety vests or our city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related to the items on the agenda, citizen participation, and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you may complete and submit to our city clerk up front here. Cards are available online in the clerk's office or at the rear of these chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specified hearing items. Anyone here today that has need for a hearing impaired equipment, please come to the city clerk's desk up front. If you parked in the parking garage across the street and did not receive a validation ticket as you entered chambers, please exit to your right and then see the security personnel at the entrance. We will move on to item number 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium, state your name for the record. We will set the time at 1 minute. I have a card regarding the Certificate of Appreciation, Jason Glass. Good morning. And do restate your name, even though I just said it.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. My name is Jason Glass. I'm with TNT Fireworks here in Las Vegas. And we work with over 80 nonprofit organizations in the city of Las Vegas that do fireworks as a fundraiser. And on their behalf, we just wanted to present the Mayor and City Council with a certificate of appreciation for allowing that to go on. These groups use this fundraiser as their main source of funding, a lot of them throughout the year. So we just wanted to present you guys with this, say thank you, and we continue to look forward to a good working relationship with the city of Las Vegas.
Thank you. We are very honored and appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Riggleman.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Okay. Very lovely, and we will pass that around. Thank you very much. Anyone else wishing to be heard? Thank you. We will move on now to item number 4. For possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of June 19th, 2013. Mayor Pro Tem, may I have a motion?
So moved.
There's a motion, please. There's a motion, please vote, and please post. And please post. There it is. Thank you very much. That passes. We'll move on to item 5, discussion for possible action regarding the award of modification number 4 to contract number 080230-DK, Las Vegas Valley Quarterly Fact Sheets, Department of Economic Urban Development, award recommended to RCG Economics, LLC. And good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair Goodman, members of the agency board. For the record, Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. This item before you is a contract modification to renew an annual contract with RCG Economics, headed by John Restrepo. It is a Las Vegas-based firm. We procured the services of this firm through a request for proposal in a competitive process back in 2008. And this is really vital to have quarterly economic data on the real estate industry for not only downtown but for the whole city of Las Vegas. We provide these demographics to our clients, and we also make these demographics available on our website at lvrda.org. The contract is for $19,000, and it runs from through May of next year, and staff recommends approval.
Any comments, questions? I would entertain a motion on this then, please.
Well, Your Honor, I'll be happy to move for approval. I just
Thank
wanted to know if John Restrepo was here.
He's not here. He wasn't able to come this morning. But one thing that did come up in briefings, we certainly want to do a better job of making sure that you're aware when we post those quarterly updates. So we'll be including you in the correspondence so that you're aware of the updates as we post them to our website so that you can provide those demographics to your constituents.
Thank
Yes,
you.
we'd like to have a visit from him so that we can hear his latest and greatest update, too, I think.
Absolutely. We can schedule that. I know John would love to come and
Thanks a lot.
brief
Your
the
Honor,
council on.
I move
on
for
what's going
approval
on.
of item 5.
Thank you. There's a motion to approve item number 5. Please vote. And please post. That motion carries. We'll move on to item number 6. RA 23-2013, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by Quick Start Program, QSP, between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and the City of Las Vegas owner, and Eat Here LV, LLC, QSP participant, located at 500 South Main, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan authorizing the execution of the QSP agreement by the RDA. This is in Ward 3, Councilman Coffin, and this item's related to Council Item 40, R-53-2013.
Thank you. This item is part of our Quick Start program, and we're applying the Quick Start program for our building across the street, our 500 Main Street parking garage. Even though this is a newer building, the space is in a gray shell condition, meaning that the space is not fitted and suitable for a tenant to just take the space as is and move in. And for that reason, we believe it complies with the guidelines of the Quick Start program. The Quick Start program allows a matching grant for a business putting money into the interior of the building and working through code issues. And this business is for Made to Order Cafe, and the corporate name is Eat Here LV LLC. One of the principals of the company, Matt Moore from Edge Marketing, is with us this morning. The space is going to be developed as the Made to Order Cafe, and there are a number of issues that are needed to be addressed in the space, which include fire protection, mechanical systems, electrical systems, as well as permit fees for sewer and water connection. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Moore, who has a rendering, which is a floor plan or space plan of the space. He can walk you through what they're doing with the space. And as a reminder, you've already approved a lease with the business, and they're looking to try to have a projected opening no later than November of this year. Matt?
Wonderful.
Mayor, City Council, thank you very much for the consideration.
And if you'd repeat your name for the
My name is
record.
Matthew Moore with Eat Here LV. The process we are in the project is we submitted to the building department. On the screen is the plan that we have for the restaurant, approximately 65 seats, breakfast and lunch, the made-to-order cafe that you all reviewed the deck on before. Currently waiting for the permit to be approved and so that we can start construction.
Can you describe how this fits on the on that piece? The ingress into the garage, the exit from the garage, what the little pimply area is in the south part of the diagram, where Main Street is, and how do we, who are hungry people in City Hall, enter your facility?
So the main entrance for the facility will be right here next to the ticket pay office as well. We've got egress to the parking structure in the back, and this is a potential emergency egress that we're working through the design right now on.
Where
So
is
the main
Main
entrance and
Street?
exit would be from here in the front, which is right next to the entrance to the paid parking attendant.
Okay, but the entrance into the garage, Main Street then runs
So-
from the top of the page to the bottom of the page on the left?
Main Street runs right across here, and this is your main entrance into the parking garage down this side.
And where do we get into your restaurant?
Right off of Main Street on the east side. I've got a site plan. Let me pull this up. This will be a little easier.
How many square feet
It's-
is this?
2,060. So here on the site plan,
Okay.
I don't want to block this view, is if we can zoom into here, you've got your main parking garage, and then the two retail spaces that are listed up here. The site that we are going is the one here to the north, what is that, the northeast.
And so looking at the north, there's Main Street, correct?
Looking to the east would be Main Street. So coming
Okay.
right out this way, Main Street runs straight down this.
Okay. Any questions, anybody?
Yes, Mayor.
Yes, please, Councilman Ross and then Councilman Barlow.
Thank you, Mayor. Are you guys going to deliver,
We are going to do delivery services,
at least to City Hall?
absolutely to City Hall.
Just covering us.
The intent is to
Good.
try and cover as much of the downtown area as we can with bike delivery systems and possible motorized as well.
That's going to be a great market for you, I believe, in regards to the delivery. You know, all the offices that are downtown and the lack of, you know, places, I mean, close to the office is not, I'm certainly not speaking of East Fremont, but
Absolutely.
I think that's going to be key to the success of what you guys are doing. So, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, because we'd like to drop a zip line from the 7th floor straight in your front door. Councilman Barlow.
I like that idea, Mayor. Maybe we'll do it from your balcony.
Yeah, nice box.
Right,
There it goes. Now it has a purpose.
right. Nice balcony, by the way. You pointed, I'm sorry, your name again?
Matt Moore?
Matt Moore. Mr. Moore, you pointed to the entrance. Is this the awning up front as far as the gray shaded area? Is that the awning of the parking garage? Yes.
This is actually the sidewalk on
Oh, that's the sidewalk.
Correct. I apologize for not pointing that out
Okay,
earlier.
all right. So you basically come in off of the southeast corner as far as the entrance into the restaurant?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. When is the projected opening
November 15th
of this year?
of this year.
That's great, because we need a spot. I might have a tendency to stop over at the county building, Mayor. They have really good breakfast over there in the morning. At the county building, I do.
Don't give us up.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to having breakfast here. Now I can just come straight to work and grab breakfast, and
Perfect.
because I miss breakfast quite a bit. So I'm really looking forward to November 15th. Any way that we can expedite that?
We're working on that with the different programs to get the permit approved and get going on construction as soon as possible.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure Councilman Ross knows someone in the building department that could probably move this along on a fast track. Councilman, please help us.
Through the mayor to the Councilman Barlow. I think those ears have already heard your requests and suggestions, so I think he's covered.
Thank you. Councilman Beers.
Well, Your Honor, I was hoping someone would express some concern for Councilman Barlow's food taster that he's been taking with him to the county building to check his breakfast.
Did he hear that?
He'll have nothing to do after November
Oh, so sorry.
15th.
Could you repeat that?
I was waiting for a member of the council to express some concern for your food taster that you take with you to the county building to check out your breakfast, before you eat it.
Nobody ever knows how to respond to you, Councilman Beers. You stand alone out there. It's wonderful. But anyway, obviously, we are beyond waiting and excited.
Well, we
So this
appreciate the
is great.
support.
You do, on that one drawing, they will be sharing restroom facilities?
It does have restroom facilities.
Or yours alone, they share with the ticket?
Now, Mayor, to answer the question, each facility, so the Mates-Water Cafe and our parking office have separate facilities, but in the future, there is a potential, should the demand arise, that we could look at some sharing arrangement to provide extra access.
And will they be able to avail themselves of our Wi-Fi in there?
It should be within the Wi-Fi area, so that should be something that is covered at that location.
And if not, one of the plans we have is so that it can be a working lunch type place where with Wi-Fi and other amenities for,
And how many can you seat?
I think 65 is what we have.
So you have tables, I mean, it look like tables as
We
well
have
as
booths,
counter?
banquettes, tables, and then we've got a 14-person community table, which is a custom
Oh, Basque.
piece.
It's a
that-
Basque eating facility. I love it, where you all sit together. That's great. Great. Okay, do we need to?
So I
We
think,
need to make a motion to approve
I think
this?
we need to make a motion, and I think
Councilman
that it
Coffin?
sounds like Councilman Barlow could invite 13 friends to breakfast. That's it.
Councilman Coffin, this is in your ward. So
Thank you, Your
go
Honor.
for
I
it.
move for approval of item 6.
Thank you. There's a motion, please vote. And please post. Thank you, motion carries.
Mayor, City Council, thank you very much.
So hopefully you'll have a pre-opening opening, we can come over and taste.
We absolutely will.
Good. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to item number 7. RA 24-2013, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program, CVIP agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Michael and Beatrice Katz Family Trust Bypass Trust owner, and Social Wealth, Inc., tenant and CVIP participant, located at 231 South 3rd Street, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, authorizing the execution of CVIP agreement by the RDA. This is in Ward 3 with Councilman Coffin. This item is related to the council agenda, item 41, R54-2013.
Thank you, Mayor. This item is a real exciting item for us in that it really highlights that our redevelopment program is really part of a larger economic development effort. And we're using our redevelopment agency resources to not only address physical blight and improving the physical landscape of downtown, but we're also using the redevelopment agency funds to help attract business. And I'm delighted to bring this item forward. The business is Social Wealth, which provides software solutions for healthcare providers. With us today is Mike Effner, who's the Chief Information Officer of the company. The company is relocating their office to downtown. The previous location was on West Sahara, within the city limits. The business is undertaking interior and exterior renovations to the property. The building itself at Bridger and 3rd is actually a former United Methodist Church, and they're preserving the character of the building. Do have some overhead shots to put up on the overhead. And if I could get the clicker, I could advance them as I talk about the business. Thanks. Currently, the business has 28 full-time employees, and they're looking to hire an additional 17 employees over the next 24 months. Again, the property's at 231 South 3rd.
Is that the whole, excuse me, the fascia looking at
And
us?
so this is the entire facade of the building. This is looking to the north, or the facade that faces to the south. And I'll click through a couple more. So this is the facade that faces the former county courthouse. And that's the way the facade looks today. The building owner, the Katz Family Trust, did put some money into the building previously, but the tenant has some additional improvement costs, which include signage costs, costs associated with upgrading the parking lot, and new paint. And this is an after rendering showing the building. So you can see they're preserving the historical character of the building and the historical nature of the building. They're changing the color scheme to really match with their corporate logo, which you see there on the facade. This facade faces to the west, so this is looking east. The visual improvement program requires a one-for-one match, and because of that, they're eligible for a grant not to exceed $50,000. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Effner, who can talk a little bit more about the business. They are taking not all the space in the building, 5,000 square feet, but eventually, given the growth curve of the company, they envision potentially taking over the whole building to meet the needs of their company. Mr. Effner?
And may I ask, Mr. Arndt, was that originally a restaurant tavern after it was a church that the Katz family, is that same location?
There was a restaurant. There's a law office tenant that is in there now, so it's had a variety of tenants over the last several years.
Welcome, good morning. Please do state your name for our record.
Good morning, Mayor Goodman and council members. Mike Effner with Social Wealth. Want to thank the city for its consideration and the support that they've given us as we move our operation downtown. So we're very excited to be part of the downtown community and feel that it's going to really enhance our ability to attract the types of employees and the image we want to create for our business. Social Wealth, you may not recognize the name, is a company who has been in the Las Vegas area for a little over 10 years now. We were formerly known as WorldDoc and have rebranded our organization as we restart and revitalize our company. Our primary business is focused on providing software solutions that allow healthcare providers to really engage their memberships in health and wellness type activities and managing their overall healthcare operations out there. So you may have heard things like meaningful use and some of the new healthcare initiatives out there. That's our core business focus of providing technology solutions that support that.
Do you also support the public entities, UMC, and any of their auxiliary, our health department?
No, we don't. We work primarily at this point with privately insured companies as well as Blue Cross Blue Shield type organizations.
Okay, thank you. Any comments, questions?
Your Honor.
Councilman, please.
I just, that's an old church building there, and it's kind of funny, the mix of architectural styles. You've got an old Christian church next to what appears to be an old, not Moroccan or what would you term the architecture of the adjacent building?
Eclectic?
For lack of a better word, Islamic. It's kind of funny, the irony of it all. I really, I like the old look, frankly. But, I mean, that doesn't mean that we can't encourage you to do what you're doing. It's just that that's been around a long time, that old Methodist church. I never attended there, and I wasn't there at the construction date, although the mayor might assume that I was. It's from the 30s, I think. Can you tell me the date that it was built?
1905, I believe, is the date on the church. I believe it celebrated its 100th anniversary in 2005, which is memorialized actually on the front of the church.
So you can see why we would want to see an accurate representation of the building as it was.
Yes,
Not saying that it's not on the historical register, I don't think.
No, I don't believe it is, sir.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake somebody made in not getting it there. Am I right, Bill? I didn't.
That's correct. To my knowledge, it's not on the register.
Okay, well, I'm glad the intent is to preserve the building.
Yes, sir.
Thank
And
you.
Councilwoman Tarkanian would like to ask a question with your permission, please.
Of course.
I wondered, where were you located on Sahara?
7730, right on the corner of Buffalo and Sahara. It's an old medical facility. We're around in the back of that building.
I see. Well, I just want to say that it's very nice that we have something leaving Ward 1, going to the exciting downtown area, and I can understand why. But this puts even more pressure on the gentleman to your left to make sure we start getting some good businesses in Ward 1.
Thank you,
In the
Councilwoman.
RDA area, too.
Thank you. I agree, and we have a new space to fill, so we'll be actively working on that. To address, if I could, to
I
address.
just wanted to say, and good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Pardon me, Councilwoman. To address Councilman Coffin's question, what I'd like to make a recommendation is that I'd like to ask Mr. Effner and his team to engage the city team, including Courtney Mooney in planning, who's our historic preservation officer, so that as they're working through the plans to improve the building, while we don't want to put them in a small box, I think having input just on an advisory basis from Ms. Mooney would probably help them to ensure that they preserve the historic nature of the building.
We would absolutely welcome such a partnership.
Great. Thank you. Councilman Coffin, do you want
Thank
to
you.
make
I
the
move
motion?
for approval.
Thank you. This motion, please vote. And please post. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to Agenda Item 8, Citizen Participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the Redevelopment Agency. No subject may be acted upon by the Redevelopment Agency unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker will be allowed, may be limited. Anyone wishing to speak under this portion of the agenda? Hearing and seeing none, we will move on to item number 9. Agency member recognition. Comments made by individual agency members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the agency unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. Anyone wishing, any member of Redevelopment Agency who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda? Again, hearing none. Any other comments? Hearing none, this Redevelopment Agency is adjourned.